Yeah, December.
Harrington, review the first, second, third.
Right.
Okay,
So we'll have to start dates. Give you a full.
the meeting of the Monroe City School Board is now called to order on this Tuesday, July 15th at 6 p.m. You all should have the agenda before you. If not, just should be on the table. At this time, we'll have our invitation, and it will be by our Dr. Harrington Watson III, our Chief Operational Officer.
Please, everyone, will please stand. Thank you, Lord, again for bringing us together and allowing us to do the things that are pleasing in your sight. We pray that we do things in order, and we do things that are pleasing to you, and uplift the children of our community, Lord. So if you would, please give us the foresight, the hindsight, and the ability to do things that you want us to do, Lord, and not our own. So let's leave those agendas to the side, do everything in your power to make sure that we bring everyone together in your name. We pray. As forgive us for what we've done and what we may do in the future, Lord. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Mr. Sampanero.
Present.
Ms. Hayline.
Present.
Mr. Wilson.
Present.
Mr. Berry.
Present.
Ms. Cooper.
Present.
Mr. Johnson.
Present.
Ms. Shelley.
Here.
All are present.
All right, thank you. Adoption of the agenda. It's been moved and second that we adopt the agenda. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Hearing none, motion carries. We're at our point of pride segment, and it's really heartwarming to acknowledge these two students. And Superintendent Moore, would you like the honor?
Excuse me, Madam President. I just got a text from Zion's father,
Okay.
and they said he's stuck in traffic now. So
Yeah.
if we can go to
Okay, tell them to come on, we'll just delay it.
David's present.
All right.
Keep on doing
And
wait.
David Anderson's
Sure?
present.
Okay. But David's still.
He'll wait as well,
Thank you,
okay,
David.
all right. We're now at the consent agenda section.
So moved.
Second. It's been moved and second that we approve the consent agenda. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Hearing none, the agenda is approved. We're at our new business, item 4A, updated career and technical education coordinator job description.
Yes, Madam President, we've had coordinated before in our CTE program, but the job description was not updated, so we just simply updated the job description for that position. With the growing, with Meta coming, all those potential things that we know to benefit our kids, I just thought it would be very beneficial for our district if we elevated someone to a coordinator for that position. And that person will be coming from Neville High School, Mr. Cody Chase, who is our CTE person at Neville, who's been doing a fantastic job. And we accepted, and in August, after he gets back from vacation, he will be our new CTE coordinator for the district.
Who is she?
He is Mr. Cody Chase.
Cody Chase.
Cody Chase at Neville High School.
Okay. All right. Any questions for Superintendent Moore?
I'd like to move for approval of the updated job description.
All right, it's been moved in second that we approve the updated job description. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Hearing none, motion carries.
Thank you.
All right. We're at 4B now, ratification of property and casualty insurance program with Gallagher, 2025-26. That's a move.
I'll second.
Thank you. All right, so moved in second that we ratify the insurance, casualty insurance program. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Hearing none, motion carries. We're at,
Unanimous together.
The only item that we need to vote on specifically is the uninsured motorist coverage, to deny that coverage. It has to be voted on separately by the board.
So I'd like to make a motion that we deny the, is it casual,
Uninsured motorist.
uninsured motorist coverage, for the 25-26.
Second.
motion. It's been moved and second that we deny the uninsured motorist coverage for 2025-26. All in favor, please say.
Just for clarification, that is in reference to what we just voted on. So we accepted the coverage, but we're removing that uninsured motorist coverage.
All right.
Do anything need to be changed as far as language on this agenda to try to make sure we're aligning, not against, just trying to make sure we do it? with the
We've done
language?
this every year.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, the attorney nodded no. He said.
No problem.
It's really,
Thanks for checking.
Thank you.
All right, it's been moved and second that we deny the uninsured motorist coverage for 2025-26. All in favor, please say aye. Those opposed, nay. Hearing none.
Madam President, you want to share anything with us? You want to share anything with us?
I mean, you've got the packet there in front of you. I'm very pleased with the outcome. The market has stabilized tremendously, as you can see by the numbers. The savings were significant this year.
Would you like to repeat those savings for us, please?
Sure, happy to.
That's it.
You put on my glasses. So just the property section alone, we had a decrease of $290,000 in premium with no change in terms, conditions of the policy, other than we added $16 billion in total insurable values with the property. So still had a $290,000 decrease. The equipment breakdown had a decrease of a little over $3,000. The auto physical damage had a decrease of a little over $31,000. And the other coverages essentially were flat, but all in all, you had a decrease of $315,000.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Very pleased with the outcome. And I would like to also mention that our loss control representative has gotten with Dr. Watson, and they've got some great things planned for you guys in regard to loss control, bus driver, child nutrition, custodial, warehouse maintenance. So a lot of good things coming down the pipe. So really, really proud of that as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank y'all.
Thank you. Thank you for the time you took at the insurance committee to be very thorough with your
My
presentation.
We're at 4C, the approval of car bids and Monroe engagement letters
So moved.
for fiscal year 2025 audit services.
Second.
This be moved in second.
This is just what a normal audit, right?
Correct.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Hearing none, motion carries. Financial reports.
Okay. Good evening to the public and to the members of the board, Madam President. May 25 summary for our general fund, sales tax for July 15, 2025. Revenue is approximately 1.4 million more than in May 2024. As previously mentioned, object code 700 payment of the Lexington Playground, sales shades and Neville High School batting cage, put us at 106.88%. And the total cost again of our Neville High School batting cage was $159,980. And the district did receive, as I mentioned in the previous meeting, our final $52,500 reimbursement from Louisiana Department of Treasury in April. Sales tax revenue received in May of 2025 for the March 2025 collection increased by 6.75% for a total of $217,000. Sales tax revenue has fluctuated throughout the 24-25 school year. And as of May of 2025, the overall total decrease of sales tax revenue was 0.42%. The 1968 sales tax revenue had an overall total increase of $47,000, which is 0.77% more than the prior year overall. And the 1994 sales tax revenue had an overall decrease of $65,000, which is 0.67% less than the prior year. And as previously mentioned, the overall increase in the total amount of expenditures due to the MIS budget being funded through the 1994 sales tax fund 12 only. instead of being split as it normally does in the past in our 2001 sales tax Fund 90, but that adjustment will be made at the end of the year. 2001 sales tax revenue has an overall decrease of $131,000, which is 0.67% less than the prior year. Of course, you know, we upgraded our camera system, and that was $2.5 million, and the track repairs at all of our high schools, which was $656,000, and those were previously put in an object code 400, and will be adjusted to the object code correct 300.
Mr. Moore, was that more than or less than? Because I thought we had an increase. I thought you said we had an increase in that.
In which one?
The last one,
No, this is the 2001 sales tax. Yeah, we had overall decrease.
okay, I misunderstood you. Okay, I apologize.
And and we had a decrease in the 1994 sales tax, but the 68 sales tax, we had an increase of.
Okay, that was the one I thought, okay.
That was the increase. Go ahead.
Good.
And then I just want to kind of talk a little bit about, I know there are a lot of uncertainties with our federal funding, and you know that there's a hole of about over $6 billion in K-12 education. Our federal programs team, they're currently reviewing projected spending allocations for Title II and Title IV to determine the best course of action for continuing essential programs to support these initiatives. And just to give you an explanation of Title II funding, primarily focuses on professional development for educators, enhancing classroom instruction, and promoting effective teacher practices. This investment aims to improve student outcomes and to ensure that all students have access to a high-quality education. In contrast, Title IV funding provides a broader range of support, including well-rounded educational opportunities, a safe and healthy learning environment, and effective use of technology. Emphasizing these areas are crucial for creating comprehensive education experience for addressing the needs of all of our kids. And so due to the federal spending pauses, the Director of Federal Programs, Dr. Sinead Herron, is in collaboration with our Chief Academic Officer and myself to determine how to allocate our funds. There will be a call. They will have the department, and after that call on tomorrow, we will meet on the 17th to determine our best course of action moving forward. But I wanted to let you know our updates on that. And that's why I shared with the board throughout the year, because ESSER fundings will be ending, that there will be some cuts in certain positions that were funded by ESSER. And this is the reason why we had to make those necessary changes, because that funding, that excess funding has been gone. It's gone now. So many positions were created based on ESSER fundings. And for the past several years, we shared with our employees, that once these fundings are gone, then there will be changes. Leadership coaches, for example, our 12 leadership coaches we previously had, that was strictly funded out of our ESSER funding. But we were able to look at some title funding to be able to bring half of those back and to create shared situation on campuses versus all of our elementary campuses having a leadership coaching themselves, because we want to continue our initiatives to focus on our leadership and numeracy, because we've gotten great results, and we don't want to damage those results and continue to move forward. Yes, sir.
Thank you. And I do understand there's kind of some explanations I've been giving some of our employees when it's been asked. However, I do have a slight, and I'm sure you all have a plan, I just would like to hear it. With us splitting that in half and we going to probably 2 literacy coaches per school this year, that have probably 2 schools, correct?
Yes, sir.
So once we start doing that, what is the plan of actions to,
To balance that?
to balance that with the emptiness of that literacy coach, especially in our at-risk schools?
Right. That's a good question. And that's what I talked about with our team, to make certain that in doing this, those schools that have higher needs, obviously for literacy coaches, a higher needs school, that second school would be a school that's stronger and needs less attention. So that's how we will balance that, so that one person doesn't get overwhelmed and get overwhelmed with one school setting. But also remember, I did bring Dr. Robinson up, who focused on our K-3 literacy, and her focus and emphasis in growing and building capacity has really made a big difference. So I don't see us having any drop off. In fact, I expect us to increase. Now, as we continue, and once we hear from our federal program guidelines, and we might get some additional funding to be able to increase that, but right now we were able to go to 6 comfortably.
Okay, so I did see we posted those jobs back open, and I believe we did that because of the job description. So however, did we go back and evaluate the effectiveness of each literacy coach at
And
each
that's-
school? That was, so we can make sure we're getting the strengths,
Yes, sir.
versus, and I'm not gonna say so much weakness, but those that was very, very effective.
Yes, sir. And Board Member Johnson, that's exactly what we looked at. We looked at results, we looked at data, and those decisions were based on the data, decision making. You know, let's be honest, in the past, the positions were given to people, without getting the results. And so we had to look at everything has to be data driven. And if individuals are not getting those results, then we have to move away from those individuals and just put them back to their classroom position where they continue. And I know feelings get hurt, but as I say all the time, you know, I have to make decisions that are in the best interest of children, not adults, and that's based on the data. So we did look at that, and that's the reason why we did advertise, so people would apply for those positions.
Okay, understood. Okay, so with that, I know that we possibly still have some, that we have 6 that's lingering. We moved them up because of their skills. And I know we've had a shortage of teachers, and I'm looking at the HR report here, and I see we have made a lot of, we have filled a lot of vacancies. On the flip side of that, were we able to retain any of those?
Yes, sir, all of them.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Because the literacy coach is just an additional 1 month position.
Right.
So those people did not lose jobs, they just went back to their continuing teaching position.
Yeah, well, I know some people may not want to go back.
Right.
I was trying to see what did we do as a district to retain those people, because they are certified. And that's what we
And
need.
we did return those, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, Mr. Moore, good to have you back. Hope you had a good week off.
Weeks, and it's been forever.
Wanted to visit with you. Mr. Johnson and I had a chance to go to Neville Junior High this last week. They've got 120 kids out for football, which is incredible. They've never had that many. And I know with, the cutbacks in the budgets and all, we've had some issues, both Neville Junior High and Neville. They have the largest programs and the most kids out, but yet we're having to cut back in stipends, coaching positions, things of this nature. None of that was funded by ESSER, was it?
And Mr. Wilson, that's a good point. I met with athletic director and head coach Mike Collins today to address that after meeting with Mr. Sapp and learning those numbers. And so just like in the classroom, we will make certain that we take care of students with numbers. And so
Awesome.
we have.
So that's going to be taken into
Yeah, we had a meeting.
And I understand we were trying to
Right.
model certain ways, and I get that, but that was just something that my
That's
phone
something
was
that
ringing a lot.
we said we were not co-chairing, we were phasing that in. So he and I had a good meeting, and we have a plan.
Good.
forward.
Well, thank you for doing that. I appreciate it.
You have that chart too, we looked at.
Oh, yeah, he and I did.
That's
Yeah,
not the guideline.
yeah, we did all that. Yes.
Can I ask that?
Other programs as well.
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of coaches for football, and you look at other academic programs, I don't know, mock trial, for instance, things where kids go and compete, speech, debate, beta club, they're in other sports. Tennis comes to mind, soccer's got some activity there, but could use some more support as well. I just, it's consistent that we're pouring money into these football programs. I get that they bring some money back into the schools, but we've all got to be very, very aware of what the United States Department of Education is doing to the cuts that are coming to our schools. And we've got to, and I appreciate your report and bringing that to light, that we've got to be very aware and cautious and make sure that we're providing equitable disbursement of those resources. Because my understanding was that Neville had already added another football coach to that program
No.
this year.
No,
Is
in
it
fact,
not?
in fact, they lost 3 and they didn't replace those 3.
Okay.
And in our meeting today, we did address all sports, because one thing I shared with Coach Collins, as athletic director, you're responsible for all of the sports. And so we talked about every sport they had, not just football. It was dealing with tennis and
Great.
volleyball.
And sometimes, it seems like Coach Collins can visit with you, since he's athletic director
Yes.
of the whole
Yeah, and
program,
I
about
had-
all sports.
I had spoken to him too, and the athletic director at Neville Junior for that.
Yeah,
Because he was
but
not over any of the other sports except football.
no, I get it. That
Yeah.
traditionally in the past, especially at the middle school, junior high level, that has kind of been the deal per se.
Yeah.
Things have changed, and I get that. And we want to support all sports, all kids. But at the same time, it is now football season. This is a glaring issue. And so that's why I brought it up. I wasn't trying to exclude any other
Right.
sport, any other child,
Thank
because,
So we
It
are,
can be misleading sometimes.
Yeah.
And with the programs like Neville and Neville Junior High, just those two, for example, you have freshman, JV, and varsity football. So on Friday night, you may see all freshman coaches, JV coaches, and varsity coaches on the sideline. But that's not pretty much you're not seeing the ratio of the kids from the freshman side, JV, because Neville Junior having 120 kids out there. I talked to the principal.
Yeah.
That's a lot of kids, and I know, Cal Junior growing a lot. They have more kids. Kids growing, but neither one of those schools have 120 kids out there on the field. So it can be misleading sometimes looking at it on Friday night, because all of them collab on Friday night and looking at it versus the ratio of how many kids they actually seeing. But I agree, we need to look at ratios when it comes to all sports, all
And band,
extracurricular.
we had to beg for those extra positions in band, and Carroll has a huge band program and has, 2 coaches.
It just become ratio because we got to keep ourselves safe.
We
So
need counselors, we
you know,
need nurses. I mean, there's a never-ending need of,
It is.
So, and our plan was, but our plan was, after we met today, that he's submitting a plan, and then we're gonna give it to other athletic directors so that we can take care of through all of our schools.
Very good.
And of course, and on other notes, our district administration, of course, we're continuing to work to determine the best utilization of our funds. And I want to share with you guys some of our, let's move on into the superintendent's report, our academic highlights. I said in our newsletter, my monthly newsletter today, that, I really filled with pride and optimism for the future of our district, because it's with great excitement that I share with you the significant growth that we have achieved in our mastery scores over the past academic year. And I want to share with you a letter that I received from the Department of Education from Dr. Jennifer Toolton, Deputy Assistant Superintendent, Office of School Relations. The letter says, "Hi, Sam. I wanted to extend my sincere congratulations to you and your team for being named one of the top improving school systems in the recent test score release. This recognition is a reflection of the thoughtful, priority setting, strategic planning, and focused leadership that you continue to bring to your district. Your commitment to academic excellence is clearly evident, and it's having a meaningful and measurable impact. Thank you for the significant work that you and your staff, principals, teachers, and students are doing every day to raise the bar and deliver strong outcomes." And I want to say to our team, first and foremost, to our teachers and our students and our families and our community, it's because of you. Thank you for your hard work to our teachers, because without classroom teachers delivering quality instruction each and every day, we would not recognize those goals and those gains. And I want to say thank you to our faculty, our staff, and our students and our families and our community. And we were top growing school system in 2025, LEAP grades 3 through 17 overall mastery. Only 2 school systems grew more than us, and those were smaller school systems.
out of 69.
Out of 69, yes, sir. That was Caldwell and East Carroll. But out of what you consider mid-sized, so larger schools, we were the number 1. We were tied for number 1 with Rapides and some other schools with that growth. And just to give an example, just to break that farther down, then I'll shut up, because I'm really excited for our kids in our school system. That last year at benchmark, now it was testing, we were at 57% at and above benchmark. In 2024, 2025, that number grew to 68% at and above benchmark. And that's just a testament to the hard work and the focus on academic excellence, because, our focus coming in was literacy and numeracy, and we will continue to push and focus on literacy and numeracy. And I'm really excited to recognize 2 of our students since they're here. We have Mr. Zion McFarland, and he is the son of Quentin and Brenda McFarland. He was born on the 9th of March, 2025. He's a 10-year-old student. He attends Carver Elementary School. While he will be going to the 5th grade, he is motivated by his family and peers who help fuel his passion for both music and the arts. And I want you to know that they were at a national competition, and young Mr. McFarland won 4th place at the National Beta Arts on-site drawing competition. Zion, would you please come forward? city schools. Thank you.
And it's okay to smile.
And I'll invite the board members to come up as well. We celebrate after this. You know we're gonna celebrate after that. In the arts, right? So happy to see Diane. And this is the grandson of former board member.
I was
Where's Bishop?
He's not here.
There he is.
We are 1, 2.
Congratulations. And along those same lines, we had another outstanding accomplishment. I received an email that said that we were in Anaheim, California, that Neville was in Anaheim, California, and that we had a young man who FBLA at Neville High School, and he placed 5th in the nation for public policy and advocacy. And we would like to bring to our stage and take pictures with the board and welcome Mr. David Anderson. Congratulations.
And Mr. Moore, he is an employee of the Monroe City School System, working at Sally Humble this summer.
Thank you, man.
You got any,
And also, and of course, in our operations department, last on part of our report today, child nutrition service, we're in the process of refining an RFP to advertise for bids for our cafeteria projects. Those projects started. That's long overdue, and thank you, Dr. Watson and his staff, Carol, Neville, and Wiseman. The next step will be to continue to utilize the funding and also to complete projects at Carroll Junior High and Neville Junior High as well. And of course, Dr. Watson and I, we were looking at the feasibility of possibly moving some of our custodial staff, bringing to the board from 10 months to 9 months, and we will move forward with that, bring that information to you. And also, Brightly Solutions, our ticketing system, we have the contract in place. Attorney Lawrence and Dr. Watson and we vetted through that proposal. I think this proposal saved us money versus the other proposal. I'm always looking to save money, not just jump at the first bid. We can find vendors that can do the same thing for less. We always want to investigate that, and I think we've come with a good solution. With that, our reports on our Title IX buildings at all the high schools will be available at our next scheduled facility meeting. And that's when, at that point, we will deal with our safety and our needs assessments. We will begin, of course, with our high schools and J.S. Clark moving forward at our next facility meeting. So we will schedule that meeting ASAP so we can look to move forward. And of course, we're in the process of those set grants. Line always is good with sharing with us. Whenever she sees grant opportunities, she always sends those emails out. And of course, we always take those emails and send them to the appropriate staff members. And those set grants, they're up to $50,000. And we applied at all our campuses for those grants. And we're just craftily waiting to see what type of funding we will be able to receive at those schools to save the district money and create some safety and equipment needs that we need to save the district bills to those grants. And so transportation, we're looking at also, we've spoken with Attorney Lawrence and also spoke to some of my colleagues as well, because they have those transportation needs and issues where they're having crossover from staff members who need to drive buses. So we'll be looking at bringing forward some job descriptions and changes to accommodate that so that we can be certain that we don't get into any type of double duty situation moving forward. And also our bus monitoring system, per Gallagher mentioned it to you earlier. Gallagher has so many services that we have not been utilizing in the past that we're already paying for. So we're going to be really utilizing those services to help us in the areas of transportation, food, nutrition, and all those areas to help us better streamline our district and move our district forward. And that's my report. And again, thank you all. And I never thought I'd say this, but I was on the cruise ship all last week in nothing but the ocean. And I was like, man, I actually missed you guys. I said, Lord. and of course,
You have some good mental health.
yes, it was good. And of course, with our HR and our HR department, I want to share with you, from the HR department, we have appointed some new personnel, some new positions. At Roy New Shelley, we miss Sandra Naylor Smith. Coming in, I spoke with HR today, we had 17 positions that we needed to fill. And as of last week, we had filled all but 4 of those positions. And so we're moving forward, and people are moving forward, wanting and looking forward to coming over to Roy Neal Shelley. We've had some retirements, and of course, we recognize those people who are retiring. And of course, we still have 2 principal vacancies that we will be naming. And those principal vacancies at Neville High School and at Carroll High School, those vacancies will be named on this week. In fact, on tomorrow, I will be interviewing the final 3 candidates at Carroll High School in the morning at 9, 10, and 11. And then also at Neville High School, I shared with some others, we only had a couple applicants to apply for our Neville High School position. Mr. Carrari Hanks and one other applicant that applied. We will be naming that position as well. And I want to share this with the board and with the public. Since I've been in the position of superintendent, whenever we hire principals, those principals are on 1-year interim contracts. And because, I think it's important and it's imperative that principals coming in have an opportunity to prove themselves and to earn their worth. And I think that's a good thing, and no one's had a problem with that. And that's not something that we're just starting. That's something that we've been doing since we've been here. That first year's been an interim contract, and then those have been successful. And then the next year we've come back now and those 2-year contracts. Just to give you those updates. So we'll be notifying on those hires this week. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any reports? Board members?
I just, once again, I always like to recognize our leadership team, Dr. Watson, Dr. Shanae Heron.
The others on vacation. The others on vacation.
It's all right. Everybody deserved it. Ms. Robinson, thank you for all you do.
Yes.
My friend and brother Monroe back there. Mr. Marshall. I apologize. Let me be correct. Appreciate you for being here, for having your input in our district. And my little nephew, me and his dad, we fight sometimes, we get along sometimes, but one thing about him, he always sending me the literature on even if he's doing it at the house, he's really blessed. And I ask Quentin all the time, hey man, where you come from? Where you come from? Because he different. And he get up there, he'll play the piano. He even had his school jumping one time, play the piano, whole gym, singing behind him playing the piano, and he can his drawing is just off the map. So I just want to congratulate you, Zion, for what you're doing and keep doing what you're doing.
Yes. Board member Woodson?
Thank you. When is our next facilities meeting? Have we set that?
Not yet.
Because we had a number of items that we needed to, so hopefully in the next week or 2.
Before August.
Okay, great, perfect, thank you.
I'll talk about it.
We need to make sure, just add this, as we go into, contracts with people, we asked about the legal sessions. When we do that, now we need to give definitive timelines.
Yeah.
Because what we're coming up with now is, I'll get that to you, I can get this initially done months ago.
He hadn't
So-
gave you anything.
But I thought He was finished with the architect?
Absolutely. So.
That was last 2 meetings ago, he said he almost had it.
He said he's gonna give you 3 to 4 schools.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll make that phone call tonight.
Absolutely.
Thank
I
you.
will say thank
That's crazy. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm still. So just wanted everybody to realize on the insurance thing, we had 2 new buildings added to our inventory. Neville High School, which was a substantial sized building. Sally Humble, which was a very large building as well. And then, of course, the ongoing improvements at Carroll High School. But these were 3 additions to the inventory we had for insurance, okay? And in spite of that, which normally would increase coverage costs, we were able to reduce our insurance costs while adding the amount of coverage in properties. We reduced it $315,000. That's huge. And a big part of that was competition. And when I called the insurance committee meeting together and indicated there was another company who wanted to place bids, a couple people pushed back. Why are you doing that? This was why, okay? And I can't say enough good things about Gallagher and what they've done in addition to reducing rates. But as they mentioned, meeting with the bus drivers, doing other things to help us reduce our risk and better inform our employees about, safe behavior, et cetera. So again, I want to thank the committee and the work they did in doing that, but I just wanted to reiterate that that's a pretty substantial thing. And then, Mr. Moore, we talked about this recently. From July 1st of the previous year to June 30th of the next year, that's when we tabulate costs involved with us traveling as a school board to conferences, things of that nature. And so now that this recent year is ended, if you could get us an update on each board member's spend on that, I certainly would appreciate that. And that's it. Thank you.
Madam President?
Yes.
I just wanted to, it's been a full school year that you've been at the helm, Superintendent Moore, and I wanted to just make sure that publicly I can state how proud I am of the work that you've done in our district. I know there's been some growing pains in that year, but you made tough choices, not always, popular choices necessarily, but I know that your mission is to make Monroe City Schools and the students in it the best that they can be. And I appreciate the hard work and the hours that you put in. I'm glad you took a cruise and got away from it all, because that's important for you to get refreshed and renewed too. And I think the team that you've put in place for working hard to be good stewards of the public funds that are entrusted to you, but also just passionate about the work and doing really good work. So thank you for that. Wanted to acknowledge that at this time. That's it.
All right, any additional reports?
No, but I can definitely give you a motion to go into executive session.
Regarding future meetings, as noted, August 5th, September 9th, and October 2nd. And we have a motion for executive session.
Yes.
It's been moved and second. All in favor?
10 minutes?
Should
He said 10 minutes.
Let's all take long.
Mr. Moore, I want it noted that I did not tell you about the Netflix series on the Carnival ship in 2013 before you went on your trip. I just want that on the record. I did not tell you about that.
That's why I didn't tell you. That's crazy.
Do we vote? Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
You park over here.
Oh, yeah, I was just telling something like that.
Oh,
For the record.
all right, I'm
12